Hello my dear lovely students, hope you're fine. Today we are studying the adjectives. We are going to study the comparative and superlative. Let's start by the comparative adjectives. What are the comparative adjectives? Comparative adjectives are adjectives which are used to compare differences between two objects or more. If I'm comparing two things to each other, I use the comparative. Okay, how to form it? We add er to the adjectives that they have one syllable only. Like when I say small, it's going to be smaller, hard, harder. And after the adjective, we add word than. Like when I say my sister is smaller than me. Okay, and now what if the adjective has two syllables? What are we going to do? We are going to add word more or less before the adjective, and after this we have word than. Like when I say more beautiful than, I added more before the adjective because the adjective here is two syllables. Or less expensive than. I added less before the adjective, which is expensive, because it has two syllables. Then I have word than. Next, superlative adjectives. We use the superlative adjective to compare more than two things to each other. Like when I say small, it's going to be smallest, the smallest. For example, when I say this pencil is the smallest, let's imagine that I have 3 pencils and one of them is the smallest, so I will say that. Old, it's going to be oldest, the oldest. So if we have the adjective that has one syllable only, we add the before the adjective and we add est to the adjective. What if the adjective has two syllables or more? So we have word the, then most, then the adjective. For example, when I say beautiful, it's going to be the most beautiful. Why did we do that? Because beautiful has two syllables. Expensive, the least expensive. So before the adjectives that they have two syllables or more, we add the most or the least. Note the following in comparative adjectives. If a one-syllable adjective ends with a consonant, then a vowel, then another consonant, like when we call them CVC, like word big, what are we going to do? We are going to double the last consonant and then we add the ER, like word big. It's going to be bigger than. So we doubled the G because I is the vowel, okay? Hot, it's going to be hotter than. Let's remember what are the vowels. The vowels are A, O, U, I, A. Okay. And the rest of the letters are consonants. If an adjective ends with a Y, remove the Y and add IER. Like when we say happy, we remove the I and we put IER instead. Like when we say happy, it's going to be happier. Funny, funnier. Note the following in the superlative adjectives. If a one-syllable adjective ends with a consonant, a vowel, then another consonant, CVC, like we mentioned in the comparative adjectives, like word big or fat, what are we going to do? We are going to double the G because it's a consonant, and before it we have a vowel, which is the I. So we're going to say the biggest. We're going to double the G. Then we add the EST. Fat, the fattest. What did we do? We doubled the T. Then we added EST. If an adjective ends with a Y, remove the Y and add IEST. Like happy, happiest, the happiest. Funny, funniest, the funniest. Irregular adjectives. We have some adjectives that we cannot add ER in the comparative form or EST in the superlative form. So good is going to be better than. In the superlative form, it's going to be the best. Bad in the comparative form is going to be worse than. In the superlative form, it's going to be the worst. Far, farther than, the farthest. Much or many, more than, it's going to be in the superlative form the most. Few, fewer than, the fewest. Little, it's going to be less than, the least. And I want you to remember that we use much for the uncountable nouns like we studied before, and many for the countable nouns like we studied before. Thank you so much. Hope you understand our class. See you later. Bye.